We're currently in the week of spring within the festival playlist, which actually has quite a lot of new cars. So in the season progress for the point rewards, you can get the Gallardo Spider and the Peel Trident. But today we're going for the easiest one to unlock, which is the Ferrari 575 Murillo. For this one, all you've got to do is complete a championship. So nice and easy, 3 events, about 10 minutes in total, and you've got this car. But of course, I will be making videos on all of the new cars throughout this week. I'll also be doing a video on the treasure hunt, so there is plenty of content from me over the next few days. So if you are new, please consider subscribing, as we are gradually on our way to 10,000 subscribers. So the restrictions for this championship are A-class GT cars. So out of all of them, I'll be using one of these vehicles. I honestly actually have no idea. I'd imagine probably the XKR. Will be my vehicle of choice for this, but as long as you have any of these cars, you'll be able to do this championship. For the championship, I have actually gone with the 2012 Jaguar XK-RS. I do also have a tune available for this car. Here is the share code on screen if you'd like to try it yourself for the championship. As for the championship itself, it is located here on the map, so not too far away from the Horizon Festival. I had a lot of you guys in the comments on my previous video for the new car saying that you didn't unlock the vehicle from the championship, which made zero sense to me. Like, it's physically impossible to not get rewarded the car as long as you meet the requirements. So make sure you're doing the seasonal championship and you'll get awarded the new vehicle. And the events are as follows. So you've got one here, which was the starting location for the championship. You've then got the next race up at the top in the canyon, and the last one is located just to the right. Doesn't matter what order you do these in, as long as you complete all 3 within first place. Right, let's see what this tune's like. Hopefully it's somewhat decent. I have no idea if it actually is going to be good or not. I have just kind of gone with it. It's got good top speed though, which is nice. And it is also overtaking everyone, so yeah, we'll go with that. We've just hit the halfway mark on the 3rd and final event in the championship. As you can see, this car is indeed pretty good for this. So if you want to use a decent A-class, I'd definitely recommend the Jag XJR. That's the final race done. In total, it took about 10 minutes, if that, to complete all 3, so nice and easy. There we go. Once they're all complete, the 2002 Ferrari 575M is yours. So this is the car within the game. Sounds pretty nice. I mean, as most Ferraris do anyway. I don't know if that's specifically what it's meant to sound like, but hey, I ain't complaining. Obviously, we're going to take this to the festival, do some upgrades to it, and see if we can make it into a better potential A-class, if not an S1, or who knows, maybe even higher. As per usual, check the engine swap straight away. We can do 2, which is the racing V12 and the 6-litre V12. We're going to keep the stock engine for it to begin with. Obviously put all the other upgrades in and get it as high as we possibly can and see what it's like. With the stock engine, the highest I could get it to S1 is 899. I haven't changed any of the rims on it either. I wanted to keep them stock ideally. So yeah, that was the closest. As for speed and everything, 270 for an S1, not bad. Let's have a look. Obviously, we can do like aero upgrades and stuff, which I try to keep off these kinds of cars. But 256 roughly is what the top speed will be, which we'll go test out right now. .258 miles an hour is the top speed. That I got it to anyway in S1, and it held about 247 for a high majority of the highway, which is pretty good actually, pretty good. So let's take this into a race and see how it performs as a S1 class. Got some good competition as well, we love that. But as you can see, it should hopefully, anyway, be able to catch up with everyone with ease. It's also another car that pops a lot as well, which is great. Can never complain about having something like that in the game. So that is a win-win. So the handling definitely, it could do with some work. If I tuned it correctly, of course, that may be different, but I have no idea on the most part when it comes to that kind of thing. I'm very basic, you know. But aside from the handling, it's got a very good top speed. Obviously, it can hold its speed very nicely as well, which is great, especially going out of a corner. Obviously, it's not the best S1 class, but if you don't want to be boring and use the same car over and over and over again, then definitely chuck this in there to spice up your racing. S1 is done. I feel like if you put like minimum upgrades into this car as well, you could probably keep it at an A class, and I actually reckon it'd be pretty decent as well. So now that S1 is completed, let's take it back to the festival, chuck an engine swap, and see how much of a monster we can turn this car into. Right, so I feel like out of the two, we've got to go with the Racing V12. It's gonna sound extremely cursed, and I do apologize, but it is what it is, you know. So let's chuck that in. Let's put the twin turbo, ideally get it to over 1,000 horsepower, which would be nice. The Racing V12, you can get it up to a top speed of 269.4 miles an hour, and then with the 6-litre V12 you can also get it to pretty much the same speed at 269.3 miles an hour. They both also have very similar horsepower, around the 1,200 range. So either way, it doesn't matter which one you go for. I guess it all depends on the sound of the car, if you want it to sound like a vacuum cleaner or not. So I'll actually chuck up both of the tunes on screen right now if you'd like to try them. Currently using the 6-litre V12 tune that I've got. Obviously test the top speed and then chuck it into a race and see what it's like as an S2 class. And there's the top speed for S2, which was what, 271 miles an hour? It is raining in this event, so this is going to be interesting. Should be fine though. This also has the maximum upgrades within the car, so should hopefully be good. It's not too high up in S2 either, so at least the AI won't fully rubber band to the top, which is always great. And there we go. So we've done S1 and we've done S2, both pretty decent. And like I mentioned earlier as well, if you put hardly any upgrades into the vehicle, you could probably keep it as a A-class as well. And I think we're going to leave it there. So this is the 2002 Ferrari 575 Moreleno. It's now within Horizon 5 for the spring season, which will be from the 30th of December up until the 6th of January. Make sure you're claiming the car within the game. Very easy to get. It literally takes 10 minutes to complete the championship, and it's all yours. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, obviously we've got a lot of cars in this week's update, and as well as this car, we also have, I believe 3 or 4 new cars this week, 2 of which being peels, so I cannot wait to use them again within the game. Thank you as always for watching. If you're new, subscribe. If you like the video, drop a rating down below, and I shall see you in my next video. Until then, take care, and I'll see you soon.